Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm Steven, and this is Katie, and we are with King of the Deep. So thank you for joining in. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, what we've been doing, what we've got going on, and some things coming up. So thanks for tuning in.
Yep, we are a little bit later than normal tonight. Summer has been busy for everyone, I'm sure. So either way, we thought it was great to hop on here and just give you guys an update. I know a lot of times people will come back and look at these videos after the fact. But real quick, let me do a shout out to our sponsors, the ones that make it possible for us to be here. Huge, big, super shout out to Super ATV and Specialized ATV. Those are our top two guys right there. They just really, we really appreciate them and all of their support along with everyone else. Dirty Stripper Chemicals, ORO, Fab, Off-Road Outlaws there in Lexington, MSA Off-Road Wheels, Aftermarket Assassins, Gator Waders, Monster Rigging Off-Road, Carolina Custom ATV, Murray Power Sports, Peraza Synthetics, VP Race Fuels, also Used Power Sports, and Riding Deep Motorsports. Those are two sponsors that have joined us here recently this year, so we really appreciate everyone's support because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible to keep doing everything that we're doing and, bringing you all the fun events and entertainment that we are. So if you're here, say hey tonight. Let us know that you're in here. I can see I've got some people on, so let us know that you're watching. Hopefully we don't put you to bed. Let's talk about last event we did was Trucks Gone Wild in June, as far as like a competition style event. That was the last event we did at the rec yard. So that was a lot of fun. You want to talk about that briefly?
That was great. Trucks Gone Wild. Matt, Chris, Lister, the whole crew came in to Fayetteville and had a great turnout for the trucks. Had a great turnout, and we had a great time Saturday night, and we're going to be back again at the rec yard later on. So that was just kind of getting our feet wet again this year.
It was fun. We worked with those guys last year and then again this year, and they're a great group to work with. It was a good time, and it's pretty neat because that's one of our only parks. I think that's the only other park here in North Carolina that I know of that will allow the truck side to come in, as far as like the Megas, the Jeeps, the trucks, and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. So we plan on doing stuff again with them, and we'll talk about that again here shortly. As far as what we've been up to this summer since then, we have really just been working on our 2025 schedule, where we're going to be next year. We've already got a lot of things that are kind of rolling along. We're just trying to put all the puzzle pieces together to make that into a nice calendar and schedule of events. We're also sort of making plans for the series for next year. So if you guys want to see anything change, anything different, or have any thoughts or suggestions, we are totally open to your feedback and your thoughts. We do all this for everybody, and we would love to hear your thoughts about.
Well, we've we've been looking around at other parks. We've got a lot of parks that have been contacting us about doing events, and us talking to them about what we can do. So King of the Deep is one of the few entities in the game that can really do it all. We have experience doing a lot of different things for entertainment and, of course, racing. So if you want to see King of the Deep at a park near you in 2025, let us know where that is. And, hey, we'll get on the phone, and we have an unbelievable event package that we can put together for parks. And we feel like the racers and everybody are really eager to see 2025 go big. And we want to put you guys on some of the best parks and some of the best tracks that we can give you.
That's right. Even if it's not like a series event per se, we do a lot of events like the one we just did with Trucks Gone Wild, where it was still a bounty hole, but it wasn't part of the series. So even if it's not necessarily, linked in with that, we do other standalone events, just like the next few that we're going to talk about. The next 3 events we've got on our schedule are not series events. So we kind of do it all. But we love to get out and meet new parks and work with new people and just have that fellowship and camaraderie among other enthusiasts in the sport. So anyway, let us know if you've got anywhere you want us to go or any suggestions or anything you'd like to see us do next year, because we are steadily working on that right now. So
we've got some things that we've put together already for this year that we haven't released yet, but we're going to talk about a few things right now coming up. So we're excited to let y'all know.
So say hey if you're here. I see there's people watching, but you guys
y'all tune in. Let us know where you're watching from. Share this with your friends because we do have a lot of information coming up, and this is kind of going to give you the best condensed version of everything going on. And we're excited to tell y'all about it. We've got parks, we've got places, we've got events, and Katie's got all the info right now.
I do. I have all of the info. Okay, so next up for us, or actually, let's. Do you want to talk about what we did last week?
Yeah, you have got everything kind of lined up. But last week, guys, we were out in Indiana at Super ATV. One of the best trips and most informative trips we've ever taken. Seeing Super ATV firsthand was quite an experience, and we kind of saw the manufacturing, the production, and of course all of these different things that Super ATV do in-house right there in Madison, Indiana. It was quite a experience to see. There I am right there holding half of an 8-inch portal, dual idler portal, and if you've ever seen a box of portals, then you can see all of those portals lined up on the wall. It was like having portals, axles, everything that you can imagine put together, assembled, and shipped out right there from Madison, Indiana, or to their location down in Shreveport, and they've got one in Jacksonville too. So we learned a lot, got an opportunity to see a lot. As you can see, that's them making the clutch, and that's that one. That kind of shows you a lot of the stuff that they do in-house at Super ATV. They've got welders. They've got all kinds of people running the powder coat machine, over 400 employees at that location, if I'm remembering right.
Just in that
the one thing that really impressed me the most about Super ATV was how much they gave back to the community, not just sponsoring race series like ours or race entities or racers, but also what they do for the local community there in Madison was just exceptional. The only way I can say that. And they give so much back to the community and so much back to the race community. So we're proud to be sponsored by Super ATV.
It was really, truly like mind blowing. They had a couple of different warehouses that we visited, and then like they had the test track outdoors, and then just seeing like, going from the offices of the product and development team to the offices of the social media team to the, event coordinator section to the, going into like the product, the shop where they're, testing the products and things like that. Like actually on machines, like we can't tell you too much about that, but, and then like seeing like all the machinery that they've designed simply to test products. Like what was it? You saw like a rack for a tire.
So they were testing and actually field testing on site there at the warehouse where they do all the testing. A rack that was basically a raw rack, and they just had it hooked up to an actuator is what I would call it, and it just thousands and thousands and thousands of times it would test this rack for a tire holder. So it was pretty cool to see a lot of the different things that they had made in-house to test and simulate products for testing.
Or to see kind of like the first version of a product they were designing. Obviously that's not what's going to be, when it makes it to the point of being sold, but just, just the rough designs of items as it goes through that process of, product development until it gets to our hands one day. It was just really, really cool and mind blowing how big that facility is and how much they do there, and truly how much, because I didn't realize how much they actually make there in Indiana and manufacture. It was wild.
Big shout out to our buddy Jordan and Kevin. We see those guys a lot of times. Got to see Braden again and see his shop where they do a lot of the promo videos and stuff. Saw some of the things that they were working on. Can't say too much about it, but that Maverick R they had, and they were working on all kinds of different products. But just know that Super ATV is definitely innovative and making the best foot forward on new products and also quality products, but the best warranty in the business. So that's definitely Super ATV showed us why they stand behind that.
Yeah. And where a lot of businesses, and this is just across the board, not even just in the power sports industry, but where a lot of businesses may be plateauing or, especially in this economy. I can tell you, I mean, we saw it with our own eyes, like Super ATV is they're coming out, they're making more stuff. It's just growing and expanding.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
we sat down and looked at all the different products that they just released, like the 300, the 4Trax 300 rear diff. That's a new product that they just released that I love because I'm a Honda guy. They've got a lot of products that they just came out with, and Super ATV is expanding their catalog. And
like Rachel's talking about, how about those new fans, those new roof fans? Yeah. So they're just always putting back into it. And so anyway, it's just exciting. And we are super proud to be a part of the Super ATV team. So
it was interesting, and we appreciate them having us out. It was a great time. And we had some good Mexican while we were out there. Mexican buffet. You don't get there very often. So thanks to Jordan.
Right across the street. That's right.
Yeah. Jordan and Tyler went out to eat lunch with us. We saw Andrew and Kevin and a lot of other guys, and the employees there at Super ATV are just one big family. So it was great to see all of that firsthand, and we look forward to coming back. Madison was just a beautiful place too. So
it was really cool.
It was a great experience, and we were happy to go. So thanks again.
So, all right. So now we're going to talk about events that we've got on tap for the next few weeks or the next couple months, really. First up is Lakefest. That is this coming weekend. So we're heading out tomorrow morning to Busco Beach and ATV Park in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This is the OG Snorkel Race. It's kind of been, this is sort of how King of the Deep started. I'm sure you guys have heard the story before. If you haven't, back in 2016, all these boys just, boys will be boys just like they are now on the internet, kind of saying, I can do this better than you can, et cetera, et cetera. And at the time, our group sort of had 4-wheelers. So that was where like the name Racks Deep. And if you see like the Racks Deep custom performance page, the Racks Deep Power Sports group on Facebook, right. That's sort of where our club was called Racks Deep ATV Club, because we all had 4-wheelers way back in the day. And so then there was some other boys that had side-by-sides.
It was Alex Parham. Alex
and Alan.
I don't know how much it was on Alan, but it's funny that it kind of came full circle.
Yeah.
And now Alan is the owner of Busco, but that's where King of the Deep started. That's the story behind it.
Yeah, so basically, it was kind of like Racks Deep versus Roofs Deep. They had side-by-sides, and they said, well, y'all can only go Racks Deep. We can go Roofs Deep. And then it was really, well, who's going to be the king of the deep of Busco, of the deep? Like, who's it going to be? So that's sort of how it all started. It was just a little bit of that, that good-spirited smack talk on the internet way back in the day. Yeah. And it was July of 2016. We just posted up like a throwback picture or a few days ago. Steve did. So July in 2016. And so then that sort of started the snorkel race and the King of the Deep. And then after that, it's been like a tradition every year we've gone. And so even way before we ever had the series, this is 9 years ago. So, this will be the 9th year this weekend of the actual King of the Deep snorkel race. So before King of the Deep was ever anything with like the mud bounty racing, it was actually started with the snorkel race across the pond at Busco Beach. So it's always kind of fun to go back to our roots and do that. So they're giving away $3,000 on Saturday for the winners of the snorkel race. You can see there's an ATV class. There's a side-by-side class. They are run bracket style, and the last one standing to make it across the finish line wins. So it's only $20 to enter. So, really that's nothing for your chance to win. They pay down to third place, and it's really, it's a lot of fun. It's, it is warm, but it goes by quickly. That's a quick race. It's usually done in less than an hour or so. And everybody gets a chance to get wet out there in the water. So
yeah, big shout out to Busco Beach and putting on this event annually. This is about the 4th year that we've actually done Lakefest. So it goes all the way back years and years and years before that. But thank you to Busco Beach for continuing the tradition.
That's right.
We're looking forward to seeing everybody. We're heading in there tomorrow morning.
It started with like you just won bragging rights and maybe like a cooler of a beer or something. You know what I mean? But now we're at the point where Busco so generously is giving away 3,000. So that's really exciting. There's also a beach party. That's going to be 11 to 4. And as everybody knows, we always have the water slide out there. I know that they were going out today to try to kind of figure out with all the rain where exactly they want to put that and how they want to construct that. So they're going to be working on that probably tomorrow. And we'll have the water slide, the beach party. And I don't want to give it away, but Busco, I've heard that they're going to do some other surprises. Like I
Yep.
don't want to tell their secrets. I don't want to, you know, take that away from them. But all I'm going to say is that there's going to be some extra prizes for everyone. So that's all I'll say about that. So it's going to be fun. So make sure you guys are down there at the water. Bring your pop-up tent, bring your cooler, bring your little floaties, you know, whatever you need, your sunscreen, and hang out with us. It's going to be a really, really fun time on Saturday. It is a regularly priced weekend for Busco. So that's $10 a person and $10 a machine per day. And if you stay overnight, it's $10 to camp overnight. But there's no, like, it's not considered a special event weekend. So you're just paying like a normal, like any other normal time. I think it's going to be a really good turnout, and the weather's supposed to be great on Saturday. Yeah. And also for all the kids, Busco is now giving free popsicles for all the little kids that come up to the office. So, you know, it's like everybody loves the ice cream truck when they come by for popsicles. They're free. So just go up to the office with your kids and get some free popsicles.
That's right. Busco Beach. And
that's so sweet.
They are up in the front office, so go in there and check them out. If you haven't been in the front office of Busco lately, Busco Beach has got literally everything you need. They've got tents, they've got grills, they've got everything you need to come to Busco Beach and stay right there in-house. You don't even have to leave. So they've done a great job, and we're looking forward to it this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, really anything. They've got everything you could even need. So
it's always a great time at Busco Beach, and we're coming out ready to have a good time with everybody, see everybody, and kind of be a more laid-back weekend than, you know, our normal series events. So we've had a great time with Trucks Gone Wild. We've got some more events coming up this weekend, a little bit more laid back, like Lakefest and Daisy Dukes.
Yep. All right.
And so I'm ready to talk about that.
Daisy Dukes. You want to take this one?
Yeah. Hey, Daisy Dukes, we've been doing this for quite a few years. Everybody understands what this is about, having a good time.
I like it, Jonathan.
Always ready. Yeah.
How's the riding out there with all the rain we've had? I bet it is amazing with no dust.
I bet the riding and the trails are great at Busco. Busco Beach, anytime it rains, especially as much rain as we've had here in Eastern North Carolina, it needs it at Busco Beach. Otherwise, it's dusty, and right now it's going to be some perfect riding. I'm looking forward to getting out there. We've got the Defender coming. We've got the P5 coming. We've got a lot of fun we're going to have this weekend. Talked to Joe Johnson. So Joe Johnson said that he's ready to ride the P5 Friday night, and we're ready to get it. It's wet. I bet it is.
The wet.
That's good. That's good. But so Lakefest coming up weekend, and then our next event after that is going to be August 16th through the 18th, and that's going to be the Daisy Dukes weekend. Everybody knows what that's about. Beach party. Girls, bring your Daisy Dukes. You must have Daisy Dukes, something that is buttoned up, no bathing suits. Anything like that will be allowed this year.
Well, I think we're saying shorts. I think I'll get you the definitive for sure answer, but I think we're saying that you've got to have some sort of shorts because it's supposed to be Daisy Dukes. Like it's supposed to be jean cutoff shorts. Not everybody always brings them, but you got to have some kind of shorts. I mean, you don't come to the park naked, right? So like, you got to have some kind of shorts. So anyway, but it's free to enter for the girls, and you have a chance to take home some money for literally like for free, so why not do it?
Whoever's got the biggest crowd there with them, it's based on crowd participation, and you got a chance to win. Whoever's got the best crowd response.
No, I thought we had judges.
But that's part of it too.
That was what I was going to say is we're going to open up our judges here. We usually will do a post here in another week or so. We do take judges. That gives you a chance to be on stage. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? It gives you a chance to get up on stage and have the front row view. We do take crowd participation and judges' scores into consideration as we crown the winners of the Daisy Dukes contest. But it's just a good time. It's a lot of fun. It's free to enter. That is going to be an event weekend for Busco Beach. So make sure if you haven't already got your campsite, I would go ahead and do it if they're still available because it's going to be a big weekend. That's always traditionally been a very very high attendance weekend. And it's a really good time. Same thing. We'll do a beach party with a water slide that day during the day. And then we'll move over to the stage and have the contest that night at like 7:00. That way people can still see. And then after that, the party always goes to the woods after that. So that's Busco Beach. Our next two events are there. And then after that, we actually have a new one that's popped up. It's not on our actual calendar on our website yet because it's just been announced. But after that, later, the very next weekend after Daisy Dukes, we are headed down south to Talladega, Alabama, to Top Trails OHV Park. They are having their annual Party in the Park event where they've got a music concert. They've got Taylor Austin Die featuring Tanner Adele. And we are going to go help them out that weekend. We're not really doing any racing or anything like that, but we're going to go just hang out with them, have a good time, probably do a foam party. Going to bring some other fun stuff to the weekend. I think we're talking about Friday night. We're going to do the Boogie Bingo.
That's right, guys. My buddy Rob Tingman was down in Talladega and ran into Scooter Watts at the International Speedway down there and kind of started talking about, hey, we would love to come and hang out for Party in the Park. What can we do to help you? And we've got a foam party. So, hey, we've got lots of good times there at the Top Trails in the past. We've had a lot of good times, and we're looking forward to coming down there and seeing everybody at Party in the Park for Friday night.
Friday night, the Boogie Bingo
party.
No, Boogie Bingo Friday night and Saturday night foam party before the concert. And that's a really, if you've never been to that park and you're looking for somewhere new to try, it's a lot of fun. It's actually an old military base or compound, something like that. They've got really cool trails and just a really, really fun park. So we're excited about that. And then I will let you take this next. So then after that, we're coming back from summer break for the series.
This is the next series event. A lot of people have been asking, hey, when's the next series event? They want to see the kids. They want to come and race. So the next series event is going to be September 26th through the 29th. So we're about 2 months away right now. We're about 60 days out for the next series event. That's going to include all the little dirty kids racing. Also, that weekend is unbelievable price. It's going to be $60 on Thursday, $50 on Friday, and only $40 on Saturday. I think 10 and under kids get in for free. Yeah. So you guys have no idea yet the amount of stuff to do and entertainment and just fun activities that weekend. We are doing at Haunted House, where you can come in and walk through the haunted house. You can get on the zombie bus ride and shoot the zombies with paintballs that will be furnished from the park. All you got to pay for is you've got to pay for the haunted house. And if you want to do the zombie shoot, you got to pay for your paintballs. They'll supply you with the guns. And what a great weekend that's going to be right there before Halloween, September 26th through the 29th at the Rec Yard in Fayetteville. Yep. All kinds of other stuff that weekend going on. Friday's going to be the beater car race, ATV and side-by-side derby. I've heard a lot of people talk about the beater car race. They're getting cars. I'm getting a car or truck. And we're going to do something to beat up.
I think we're doing a truck and car derby too. This park is the one we were talking about earlier that we did Trucks Gone Wild at. So they're Jeep truck mega friendly. And so they are only open for 2 events a year. They're not open for regular riding. They did recently do more trails, and they're actually working on clearing out some of the woods behind, or making some, I think, clearing it out, making a bigger play space for some of the big trucks and stuff. So literally every time you go, you can tell that they've done something new. They've made improvements. And we're excited to go because it is, it's a place where you can go play with all of our Jeep and truck friends and stuff too. So we're going to do something. Thursday night's just going to be like a bonfire and cornhole stuff. But then Friday is going to be the beater car race. And then we're going to do ATV side-by-side and truck and car derby, I think is what we're going to include everybody in that and have 4 classes. And then like Steve said, the whole weekend they're going to have the bounce house. They're going to have the swimming holes open with the water slide and they've got like a new rope swing now. They are going to have the haunted house is going to be open on Friday, Saturday night. The zombie bus ride is going to be running on Friday and Saturday night. The shooting the zombies is going to be happening Friday and Saturday night. Friday night, we've also got this part's free, but there's going to be a trail hunt through the woods for the zombie antidote, like the glowing antidote. So there'll be almost like a scavenger hunt style thing for that on Friday night. And then on Saturday night, we've got, after we do the King of the Deep and the Little Dirty Kids series events that day, we've got the tugs over at the Booty Barn on Saturday night. We've got a dunk tank over there. And then we've also got we're having a glow, like a UV glow in the dark foam party, like body, that you can get that UV body paint to put on, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be kind of like a glow party on Saturday night. So it's going to be packed full
all
of stuff.
kid
Like,
friendly,
super
all
packed.
fun stuff to do with the family. No matter what, there's going to be something for everybody that weekend. September 26th through the 29th. That price is unbelievable for event weekend, and we hope that everybody goes ahead and go online to the SummerSlam event page, and you can get your tickets online right now.
Yep.
You can book your campsites, you can get your tickets, you can get all that stuff right now online.
Yep. So they, that's one thing that they did this year was they opened up some new campsites. They've got water only sites if the electric and water fills up. And then they've got like a shower house. They've been building the shower house. And so that's pretty nice now too. So yeah, it's improving every single event. We're excited to go back. Those are some awesome guys. And it's just a really fun atmosphere there. So then after that, as of right now, we've got some other stuff that we're working on that we'll probably be releasing here in the next month or so. But after the Rec Yard in the end of September, which is series event number 4 for us, we'll be heading back to Busco Beach in October, the 10th through the 13th for Fall Bash. That's going to be our next series event after the Rec Yard. So that is event number 5 at Busco Beach during Fall Bash, October 10th through 13th. And then, so that's number 4 and number 5. And then number 6, we're going to finish out the year as far as the series goes. That'll be November 7th through the 11th, which that Monday is Veterans Day. So I know a lot of people will have that Monday off. But we're going to Grand River Motorsports for the series championship for King of the Deep. So that's what we've got on schedule that we are already able to release for the next couple of months. And then we've got some other stuff that we're kind of waiting to just get situated.
We've got a lot of stuff cooking, you guys, and we're excited to share it with you as soon as we can. But in the meantime, you guys get your bikes fixed. I hope everybody's been having a great summer, enjoying your time with your families. And September 26th, we go back racing for King of the Deep Series, stop number 4 at the Rec Yard. And we're going to crank it up the second half of the year. You have my word that we're going to put on the biggest and best events anywhere you've ever seen. Our September 26th through 29th event at the Rec Yard is going to be so fun. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you do, there's something to do and enjoy and watch. So
yeah,
get your tickets, book your campsites. They do go super fast there at the Rec Yard. So we appreciate so much all the support, all the racers and everybody that tunes in. I know I get messages all the time from people asking about bike builds that they're working on, making sure they're legit and they're meeting their rules. And if you have any questions about anything, please let us know. So we appreciate y'all. I know it's late. I know a lot of people probably will see this later on, but thank y'all so much. And please keep liking and sharing. It does really help our algorithm. And we could not do this without people watching, liking, and sharing on social media. It really is the train that drives what we do for King of the Deep. So we appreciate everybody that supports it.
Yep. And we'll see you guys out at Busco tomorrow. Hopefully you'll join us out there. I know tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit more rain, or I don't know how much more rain, but what the rain is, I promise, going to be great. It's cooling it down a little bit, and it's keeping that dust down, which is fantastic.
And they said the pond was really low, and now it's come up a little bit. We've had 12 inches of rain here, but if you've ever been to Busco, that just makes like soup and cereal, and it's the best thing ever, man. You get out there and have a good time at Busco Beach with everybody. This weekend is going to be a great time. Bring your kids. There's a water slide going to be going on. Great time, great music, and some good racing. I heard there's some guys coming to race this weekend on some big ATVs. I definitely know there's going to be some big side-by-sides out there taking on the snorkel pond.
But you know what's like,
just a good time.
You know what's like really neat about the OG Snorkel Race is that like everybody's got a chance, truly. Like we've had some really close ones where like the little Hondas, like
Nick Nunn last year almost beat the big ATV. That was a good race.
Yeah.
So it is just a good time. Everybody is real light and jovial because it is just a snorkel race. And we hope that you guys can make it out there this weekend. It's regular event pricing if you just want to come for the day. Saturday, then it's $10 for you to get in, and it's $10 if you have an ATV or side-by-side. If you don't have an ATV or side-by-side or anything like that, it's still just $10. You can come hang out on the beach, You can hit the water slide. You can look at all the cool ATVs, the side by sides riding around, and come on and join us. Doesn't matter who you are. There's always a good time out there for you.
Yeah, if your stuff's broken, don't stress it. Come on out and join us and just have a good time. Or if you got buddies that don't have a side by side or anything, then like just come on out and make it a beach day and hang out with us, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be there all day, and it's going to be great. Hey, Chris, hope you're doing good.
So, buddy.
So we'll see you guys at Busco Beach.
Right. Y'all have a good night. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.